Hello there and welcome again to Benaya Bliss, and in this video I will be sharing with you the danger and the challenges of being an alpha. Just before we get into that, it is for us to know that this channel was created to keep us motivated and inspired in the accomplishment of our dreams as we continue to learn life building lessons to allow us to become better individuals. So please remember to subscribe to my channel so that you can receive your weekly uploads and be notified when we do so. And so our topic today is the dangers and the challenges of being an alpha. First, we want to understand who is an alpha. An alpha is an individual who is in the position of leadership. Leadership could mean anything. Once you are in the position to lead, to guide others, you are a leader. You are in the position of a leader. So therefore, you could be the eldest child that is held with this responsibility to see to it that your siblings obey the rules of the house. You could be the father, you could be a mother, right? You have children, you have a responsibility to guide them in the way. You could be a teacher. When our children leave from home to school, you have that responsibility to guide them, to teach them, to nourish them. You could be the principal. You have the whole school, the teachers, the staff, the students under your control, under your leadership, and you have to steward over them until they leave your presence. The government, pastors, whatsoever position of leadership you are in, you are an alpha. And so if you are any one of these, and if you know anyone that is in any one of these positions, I will tell you that this video is just for you. And so you can call your friends and let them also watch it with you, because this information is very powerful for you to know. An alpha has the responsibility, has the duty to ensure that he carries out his task in dignity, in a manner that it is when it is done, it brings respect. And even if all don't respect you, then once you have done what you have done from your heart, with the best interest with the best interest of others in mind, then that's a very powerful thing. And so as alpha, we have to know our duties, our roles, our responsibilities to whom we serve. Our duty is to serve, and we want to serve from our hearts. When that is done, it doesn't matter what anyone wants to say. Now, we have grown into a time where rebellion stands out. People going against, people hating, people disliking. It's almost become natural in this world for people to hate leadership. And so some of the challenges that we face as being alphas, as being leaders, people rebelling against our authority, people not going according to the way that we've laid out for them to follow. And we know that once they follow these ways, then guess what? They will end up on the right path. And so rebellion is one of the things that we face as alphas. When we are carrying out our duties, when we are carrying out our responsibilities, we cannot watch face. We cannot please everyone. And when we cannot please everyone, then someone is going to hate you. And so people hating you is one of the challenge that you face. When you look at some of the most famous leaders, we think about, yeah, we all know of the Savior. Yes, they killed him. He was an alpha and he tried to do many things. I've personally seen in my life, as for example, you have a gang member, and being a gang member, you have your followers that seek to protect you. But you being a gang member, there is always going to be someone that is after your head. When you are a pastor, there's always going to be some other beliefs that say that what you're talking about is wrong. When you are a principal, there's going to be some students, some teachers that just don't like you. It's just natural. And you're a parent. Some of our children, they have this rebellious nature that they constantly rebel. But as an alpha, when we have our challenges, knowing our roles and our responsibility, it is very important. It stands out in spite of what you will face, in spite of what you will experience. Knowing your roles and your responsibilities is number one. Fulfilling them is key. And so even when people rebel against us, some alphas, they pervert their leadership. They go against their leadership because they try to please people. As an alpha, you cannot seek to please people. You have to know your responsibility. That's key. Know your purpose and seek to fulfill it. Because leadership, it is not about having a crowd. But leadership is about becoming your purpose. And once you have fulfilled your purpose, then all those who you must impact, you will impact. All those who you must influence will be influenced. Understand this, that as a single individual, you will never be able to influence everyone in this world. And so if you have that in mind, take it out. Because there are two different types of people in this world, the bad and the good. And even in the good, you still have different set of people who think differently. And in the bad, it's not that all of them are bad. They just need the right guidance, the right principle, the right foundation in order to steer them in the right direction. But some persons will always choose to go the wrong way. And so as alphas, we want to ensure that knowing our responsibility, throwing away the faces, throwing away the attitude of pleasing people, but take on the attitude, the power of fulfilling my goal, fulfilling my responsibilities, comes what may. I have been placed in leadership where I sought to please people, where I watched faces, and because of that I was locked up in fear of rejection, fear of not coming up to the standard of where those who I want to impress me want me to be, and it just doesn't work. When you live like that, you will always live a life making mistakes and making matters worse for you and the people that are around you. Don't seek to please people. It makes no sense. We all hear of the story of Adam and Eve in the garden, and for those of us who believe that, we could say that Adam went and ate the apple because he wanted to please his wife. And the old scenario and the old story that comes with it, this universe has never been the same since that happens. And so we want to know our purpose, know the commands, the restrictions, know our boundaries being leaders. And when you know them, don't cross them. Just walk and fulfill your call. Don't matter about hate. Don't matter about people don't like you. Your reward doesn't come from them. Your reward comes from fulfilling your purpose in a dignified way. And remember, that once you have fulfilled your call, and once you are genuine in what you do, who you ought to please, they will be pleased. Who you ought to influence will be influenced. So guess what? Just fulfill your purpose and push on.